This tip right here will ensure that you stay booked for corporate headshots. This tip right here. Trust me. How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the Gil Podcast. This podcast is about me, Gil, and the things that I am currently obsessed with. On today's episode, we are broadcasting live in my studio as I'm waiting on my last corporate headshot. This morning I had a few people to photograph for a corporation, for a company, and it was pretty interesting. I got to work with this company maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and now they're hiring more people. That's how great their business is booming at this moment. They have some new hirees that has been working there for a few weeks now, and it's time to get their headshots so they can be displayed on the company's website. I like working with this company because it's such a great cause for what they do. But anyways, I really wanted to create this podcast episode for a lot of the content creators out there who want to do corporate headshots. I'll let you know the things that I've learned from shooting corporate headshots and doing corporate videos and stuff like that. All right, let's just get straight to the point. It's going to be a really short episode. A couple of years ago, like I said, I got to work with this company and a few others, and I was renting out a studio space. I would rent it out for like maybe 2 hours. This studio space was maybe like $40 an hour. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to rent it out for $40 an hour. I have it for 2 hours. I can set up and prep. That'll take me about like maybe 30, 40 minutes to set up everything. So then I can actually start shooting for the rest of the time. And then the remaining time, I'd be taking down my equipment so that the next person who's running the studio can utilize it. Now, the issue with working with a corporation and doing the corporate headshots is that depending on the company, like my client's company is pretty demanding. And the first time I got to work with them, I really rented it for like an hour, rented the studio space for an hour, and I kind of wanted to make use of the time. So I kind of just was taking as many pictures as I could because I just didn't want to lose out on that money that I'm renting the space and I'm just done with one shot. And I didn't want the client to think I was super early on in my photography experience. I didn't want the client to think, oh, this guy just took one shot and it's over. That's what my mindset was. So I would take a few pictures and have them look over it and sit down. I'll have my computer tethered to my camera. So when I take the photo will be displayed on my monitor and the client can see it. They could feel like, oh, they're part of the experience. What I later learned was that actually takes up a lot of time. And this company didn't really have time. They were utilizing most of that free time that they can't really get back. That's the time they were utilizing for this photo shoot. And I'll be taking all their time. So eventually I worked with another company, and this company was a little bit more transparent. Hey, we don't really got that much time. Can we just like take the photo really, really quickly? And I was like, oh crap, you mean to tell me I can maximize y'all time and maximize my time by just doing the photo shoots quicker? So the studio space that I used to rent out of would be like $40 an hour, like I said. So it just was like, okay, so what can I do? They come into the studio space. It takes me like 10 to 20 minutes to set up almost because I want to use my own photo equipment. So I can hurry up, rush, set up, and take their photos, have them come in, have all their employees take their shots in and out. And then I usually have like 30 minutes to 45 minutes left in the studio rental. So what I did was, okay, I'm going to start recording my own YouTube videos, or I'll have another personal project that I'll be filming. So I ended up trying to maximize my time that, okay, this corporate headshots don't take long. I can get this company to go back to work as soon as possible. So that way I'll have maybe 30, 45 minutes left in the studio to do my own thing, plus maybe tear down the equipment. That was fun. That worked for a while. But now that I have my actual own studio space, it's amazing. Because quite literally, my studio is always set up for a photo shoot. I have a corner set up for photos. I have a spot set up for a podcast. So my photo session for my clients this morning, or at 8 o'clock this morning, 8 a.m., I arrived at the studio with the client at 8 a.m. I pulled down my backdrop and just take 2 or 3 photos, changed the backdrop, pulled it down. I got the manual pull down backdrop, changed the colors, snap, snap, snap. All right, you're done. And they're like, okay, thank you. Next. Something that would have taken me maybe a couple of hours, quite frankly, took me maybe 15 minutes to snag in all those headshots for this company, for their new hirees. Hirees is a word, right? I'm not sure. And I just want to record this podcast letting you know that when you're doing a corporate headshot, you have to be able to make it worth it for the client. You're going to give them great photos and you're going to give it to them fast as possible. And you're going to make sure that their employees get back to work as fast as possible, because the sooner they get back to work, the more money they can make because they're back to work. I just wanted to share that because a couple of years ago, I would be trying to maximize my time, thinking about myself in a way like, oh my God, I rented this studio space. I gotta get my time's worth. Or I gotta do something else. No, just get the client in and out. Don't even worry about it, because your client's going to be like, okay, listen, you literally treated us well. You gave us great photos and you got us in and out really, really fast. Corporate headshots, in and out. This tip right here will ensure that you stay booked for corporate headshots. This tip right here. Trust me. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening to this quick content creator podcast tip. I guess I could do a few of these a week, maybe, as I'm like working on client stuff. But all in all, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. Peace.